Welcome to Golden Faces UK. Today, we are diving into the unforgettable world of One Foot in the Grave, 1990 to 2000, the darkly comic British sitcom that left an indelible mark on TV history. With its razor-sharp wit and uniquely morbid humour, the show followed the misadventures of Victor Meldrew, a grumpy but oddly lovable retiree constantly at odds with the modern world. Alongside his long-suffering wife Margaret and a cast of eccentric neighbours, Victor's catchphrase, "I don't believe it," became a nationwide anthem. Now, let's take a look at how the cast of One Foot in the Grave have changed since the camera stopped rolling, and where life has taken them more than 2 decades later. Margaret Meldrew, the patient yet often exasperated wife in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Annette Crosbie. Born on February 12, 1934, in Gorebridge, Midlothian, Crosbie was 56 years old when she began playing Margaret alongside Richard Wilson's iconic Victor. Her performance gave the character quiet strength and warmth, grounding the show's darker humour with emotional realism. As of 2025, Crosbie is 91 years old. Though she has stepped back from the spotlight in recent years, she is remembered not only for One Foot in the Grave but also for her distinguished career in drama, including acclaimed performances on stage and in historical television roles. Victor Meldrew, the perpetually exasperated and unlucky retiree in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Richard Wilson. Born on July 9, 1936, in Greenock, Scotland, Wilson was 54 years old when the series began in 1990. His delivery of the iconic line, "I don't believe it," became a staple of British comedy and cemented the character as one of television's most memorable curmudgeons. Beyond the sitcom, Wilson's extensive career includes acclaimed work in drama and on stage. Currently, Wilson is 89 years old. Though largely retired from acting, he remains an enduring and respected figure in British entertainment history. Mrs. Warboys, the well-meaning but often clueless friend of Margaret Meldrew in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Doreen Mantle. Born on June 22, 1926, Mantle was 64 years old when she first appeared on the show in 1990. Her impeccable comic timing and ability to bring warmth to the eccentric character made her a standout in the beloved series. Whether caught in chaos or adding to it, Mrs. Warboys became a fan favourite. Doreen Mantle passed away on August 9, 2023, at the age of 97. Her legacy in British comedy remains strong and fondly appreciated by generations of viewers. Patrick, the Meldrew's sarcastic and long-suffering neighbour in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Angus Deaton. Born on January 6, 1956, Deaton was 34 years old when he began playing the role in 1990. His dry wit and barely contained frustration with Victor's endless misadventures provided a perfect counterbalance to the chaos next door. Already known for his work in comedy, Deaton's performance added sharp humour and relatable exasperation to the series. Today, Deaton is 69 years old and remains active in entertainment, having appeared in various panel shows, dramas, and voice roles that highlight his trademark comedic delivery. Nick Swaney, the overly cheerful and obliviously chatty neighbour in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Owen Brenman. Born on December 17, 1956, Brenman was 34 years old when he joined the show in 1990. His portrayal of Mr. Swaney, with his constant optimism and awkward timing, provided a unique and memorable contrast to Victor Meldrew's perpetual grumpiness. The character became a beloved part of the series' dynamic. Now, Brenman is 68 years old and has continued to work steadily, with notable roles in British television, including long-running appearances on shows like Doctors and various stage performances. The elderly lady, a brief yet amusing presence in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Damaris Hayman. Born on June 16, 1929, in Kensington, London, Hayman was 63 years old when she appeared in the role in 1992. Though her screen time was short, her delightfully eccentric manner added to the show's signature blend of absurdity and wit. Often cast as slightly dotty aristocrats or whimsical spinsters, Hayman built a long career across British comedy and cult horror. She had a knack for lighting up scenes with quiet humour and quirky charm. Damaris Hayman passed away on June 3, 2021, aged 91, leaving behind a legacy of quirky and beloved roles. The irate neighbour, one of the memorably exasperated characters in One Foot in the Grave, was played by Michael Robbins. Born on November 14, 1930, in London, Robbins was 60 years old when he appeared in the role. Known for his expressive face and sharp comedic timing, he brought an edge of relatable frustration to the surreal world surrounding Victor Meldrew. Robbins was already a familiar face to British audiences, particularly for his role as Arthur in On the Buses. His appearance in the series added an extra layer of everyday absurdity. Michael Robbins passed away on December 11, 1992, at the age of 62, leaving behind a legacy of classic comedy performances. The McKendrick twins, a brief yet memorable addition to One Foot in the Grave, were both portrayed by Christopher Ryan. Born on January 25, 1950, in London, England, Ryan was 40 years old when he appeared in the show. Known for his work in offbeat British comedy, Ryan brought an oddball energy to the twin roles, adding a surreal touch to the show's already quirky world. Though their screen time was short, the twins left a lasting impression with their synchronized absurdity. Presently, Ryan is 75 years old and remains active in the entertainment world, making occasional appearances and maintaining a respected legacy in British television comedy. Elspeth, a peculiar and briefly seen character in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by seasoned actress Hilary Mason. Born on September 4, 1917, in Birmingham, England, Mason was 75 years old when she appeared in the role. Though her screen time in the series was limited, her presence added to the show's quirky and often dark comedic atmosphere. Mason had a long and varied acting career, with standout roles in both British television and film, including her memorable performance in the psychological horror classic Don't Look Now. She passed away on September 5, 2006, aged 89, remembered fondly for her depth and subtlety on screen. Starkey, a shady and eccentric character who made a brief but memorable appearance in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by N. Raytel. Born on June 21, 1950, in Forfar, Scotland, Raytel was 40 years old when he took on the role. Known for his expressive voice and unique comic timing, Raytel gave Starkey a sly, unpredictable charm that fit perfectly within the show's offbeat world. Beyond One Foot in the Grave, he is highly regarded for his voice work and comedic performances across British television, animation, and radio. As of 2025, Raytel is 75 years old and continues to lend his talents to a wide range of creative projects. Pippa, the cheerful and somewhat naive neighbour in One Foot in the Grave, was brought to life by Janine Davitsky. Born on June 28, 1952, in Lancaster, England, Davitsky was 38 years old when she first appeared in the role. Pippa often found herself caught between her well-meaning nature and the chaos stirred up by Victor Meldrew's endless complaints. Her bright demeanour provided a delightful contrast to the show's darker comedic tone. Beyond this role, Davitsky has enjoyed a long and varied career in both comedic and dramatic performances. Currently, Davitsky is 73 years old and continues to be a familiar face in British television and theatre. Chip Pie Joe, a quirky and fleeting character from One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Jonathan Kidd. Born on March 24, 1956, in London, England, Kidd was 34 years old when he took on the role. Though his appearance in the series was brief, Chip Pie Joe left a memorable impression with his eccentric charm and comic timing, perfectly complementing the show's offbeat humour. Kidd, known for his distinctive voice and versatility, has built a diverse career in voice acting, comedy, and television. Today, Kidd is 69 years old and remains active in the entertainment industry, especially in voiceover work and audio productions. The barman, a minor yet amusing character in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by comedian and actor Paul Merton. Born on July 9, 1957, in London, Merton was 36 years old when he made his appearance on the show. Though his role was small, his dry wit and impeccable comedic timing added a humorous edge to the scene, aligning perfectly with the show's darkly comic tone. Best known for his work on panel shows like Have I Got News For You, Merton has long been a staple of British comedy. Now, Merton is 68 years old and continues to entertain with his sharp humour and improvisational skills. The art teacher, a brief but memorable character in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Angus Mackay. Born on July 15, 1926, in Birmingham, England, Mackay was 64 years old when he appeared in the role. His portrayal added a touch of dry wit and quiet bemusement that fits seamlessly into the show's offbeat world. Known for his refined screen presence, Mackay had an extensive career in British television, appearing in shows like Doctor Who and Yes Minister. He passed away on June 8, 2013, at the age of 86, remembered for his many dignified and often delightfully eccentric characters throughout his career. The elderly lady on the train, a fleeting yet amusing character in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Myrtle Devonish. Born on July 29, 1913, in Ebbw Vale, Wales, she was 77 years old when she appeared in the episode. Though her role was brief, her comic timing and expressive reactions left a lasting impression, adding to the show's signature blend of absurdity and realism. Devonish's acting career spanned both stage and screen, often cast in quirky or matronly roles that showcased her expressive charm. She passed away on January 21, 2007, aged 94, leaving behind a legacy of delightful character performances. Mrs. Inglis, a stern and officious character who appears in One Foot in the Grave, was played by Susie Blake. Born on April 19, 1950, in Highgate, London, Blake was 40 years old when she took on the role. Known for her sharp delivery and knack for playing prim, no-nonsense women, she brought a memorable edge to the scene with her clipped tone and disapproving demeanour. Outside of this role, Blake has enjoyed a wide-ranging career in comedy and drama, including notable appearances in Victoria Wood as seen on TV and Coronation Street. Presently, Blake is 75 years old and remains active in British television and stage. April Blute, the nosy and eccentric neighbour in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Georgina Hale. Born on August 4, 1943, in Ilford, Essex, she was 47 years old when she brought April to life with her distinctive wit and flair. Her vibrant presence added depth and humour to the series. Beyond the show, Hale earned acclaim for her work in British cinema and television, particularly in the 1970s. Sadly, she passed away on January 4, 2024, at the age of 80. The cause of death was not publicly disclosed. Her unforgettable roles and bold screen presence left a lasting impression on British entertainment. Mrs. Burkett, the grumpy and sharp-tongued neighbour in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Gabrielle Blunt. Born on January 8, 1919, in Blaine, Kent, Blunt was 71 years old when she appeared in the series. Known for her sharp delivery and impeccable comic timing, she added memorable flair to the show's eccentric cast of characters. Her career spanned film, radio, and television, with roles in classics like Atonement and numerous British comedies. Gabrielle Blunt passed away on June 10, 2014, at the age of 95. Her dry wit and seasoned performances remain a testament to her enduring talent and charm. Mrs. Molavira, the stern and somewhat mysterious character in One Foot in the Grave, was portrayed by Gillian Barge. Born on May 27, 1940, in Hastings, Sussex, Barge was 50 years old when she took on the role. Known for her commanding screen presence and nuanced performances, she brought subtle humour and gravitas to every appearance. Her career extended across stage and screen, with acclaimed roles in productions such as The Duchess of Malfi and Inspector Morse. Gillian Barge passed away on July 19, 2003, at the age of 63 after a battle with cancer. Her legacy continues through a body of work marked by depth and versatility. Salmon, a memorable and quirky character from One Foot in the Grave, was played by Trevor Byfield. Born on October 20, 1943, in Bromsgrove, Worcestershire, Byfield was 49 years old when he appeared in the series. Known for his rugged charm and strong screen presence, he added eccentric flair to every role he took on. His acting career spanned decades, with appearances in numerous British television staples such as Inspector Morse, Heartbeat, and EastEnders. Trevor Byfield sadly passed away on October 11, 2017, at the age of 73, following injuries sustained in a car accident. He remains remembered for his diverse and compelling performances across British drama and comedy. And that wraps up our look at the transformations of the One Foot in the Grave cast. Which moment from the show still makes you laugh or groan? Did any of the cast's post-show journeys surprise you? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this stroll down memory lane, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Faces UK for more tributes to Britain's most iconic TV stars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.